Yo, welcome back to Kai Academy, bro. I appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing on these videos, bro. We've been growing every single day on this channel, bro. Today I wanted to keep it real with y'all, bro. I'm back close to losing this funded account again, bro, but I haven't lost it yet, bro. And honestly, knowing my track record, I know that I can easily bring this account back up. One of the biggest things that I've realized is that I've been trying to get out of this mindset where I need to make more and more and more right now, right? One of my biggest things is that which is really holding me back is that I'm not taking my wins, right? I'm not realizing the value of having $1,000 day, and that's really starting to hold me back because I'm not realizing that when I try to make 2,000 or I try to make more and more, I end up losing a lot more money. I end up losing these days, right? Trying to make more money, trying to get longer pushes in the market. But one of the biggest things that trading is that sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough, right? Sometimes you feel like you could be making more, especially when you do something so consistently at some point, you feel like you could be making more. But I think my biggest goal right now is to get back in the swing of things, go back to how it was day one, where I take $1,000 days and that's good for me, right? And it sounds crazy because $1,000 days, and I never really think about it, but at a full-time job is not possible, right? So for me to look down on $1,000 day is kind of crazy. So I need to be able to stay humble and be able to realize that $1,000 day is an amazing day, especially when you can be able to possibly take that out, right? I want to go back to trying to have $3,000 weeks, just really starting to grow a little bit slower, right? Taking my time while growing. So that way I can be able to elevate later when I'm in trading and I can scale to the $2,000 days, the $3,000 days when I get bigger accounts, right? But right now for the 50K account, I really just strictly want to just take the $1,000 days and take my wins. To this week, as far as trading, just to give y'all a little recap, has been terrible. I really wish I didn't even trade this week, bro, because this was one of the worst weeks for trading. Not necessarily for me because there's been worse. I've lost more money. I really didn't lose too much money this week, but it was just for the pure fact that, and if you're in the Discord, you know, for the pure fact that the markets were consolidating like crazy, right? There was no movement, there was no real, like value in the market that I could even see. I was getting stomped out a lot, and it was just a whole bunch of consolidation on the 1 hour, right? And I could never get a win. So this week was a pretty rough week as far as trading, but one of the biggest things about that is that with the good risk reward ratio, bro, this week literally means nothing, right? Because I could win everything back within one day, tomorrow, right? So one of the biggest things about trading is that you always have to realize the bright side of things, right? Like even though you're losing, even though you're down, you make, as long as you have a good risk reward ratio and that's a good plan for you, you will be perfectly fine, bro. Your losses really won't matter as long as you're not losing countless times, of course, but when you get that one win, it'll outweigh all your losses, right? So that's one of the biggest things that I like to think about on the daily, that it takes me 4 trades to equal up to one of my wins. So I can't really say that, it's terrible, right? Because at the end of the day, I can make all that back within tomorrow, right? So I'm not too worried about it. I'm staying calm. And Loki, that comes with being a trader. Because even if I were to lose my funded account, I know that I could just get another funded challenge, which I'm actually working on now, but it's just more in the works to be able to have 2 funded accounts. But I know that what I'm working on now is going to be able to help me grow always, right? One of the biggest things about losing an account is that you grow from that. You're never going to be the same after you lose a funded account. I think that's one of the biggest things that I realized when I had my first funded account is that I lost it within barely even a month, right? But it it didn't take me too long to get another funded account because I was so locked in on the markets and how to work that I was soon able to win my funded challenge within 3 days, right? Which is, or within like a week, right? And I never did that before. So for me to be able to do that at the start of a new year was huge, bro. But being able to doing that was huge, man. And honestly, I've had this funded account for a really long time. I've had it for 4 months, bro. I've taken out 2 payouts so far. So it's really been like I really did the best I possibly can with this funding account, and I'm hoping that I still can continue to grow while growing this funded account, right? And that's one of the biggest things that a lot of traders learn is that when you make mistakes, you learn from them. And everybody makes mistakes in this game. Like nobody's always right 100% of the time. No matter how much money you see these people making on Instagram and TikTok from day trading, they're also losing at the same time. And usually if they're a real trader, they'll show you their losses, and they'll put in perspective of what an actual loss could look like, right? For example, there's this one dude named Forex Alex Forex, whatever. He lost 600,000, right? And the reason why, people like looked at that crazy, like, oh, he lost 600,000, but he said it that with a risk to reward ratio, he will get that back within one trade, two trades. So that was nothing to him, bro. And that's one of the biggest things that I always realize is that when I'm going through this trading journey, that I'm going to take losses. That's just part of the game. I'm gonna have months where I'm not making as much money. I'm gonna have weeks where I'm not making as much money. So one of the biggest things that always just keeps me going is that it could just take one trade to flip that all around. It could take 3 trades in order to make you profitable again, right? So that's pretty much it for this video, bro. It was just a short little recap on this trading week. Just because it really wasn't doing too much. Like I said, a whole bunch of consolidation. If y'all have not already checked out my Discord, make sure you go check that out because I'm dropping videos there every week. I drop more videos on there about how to trade than I drop on this channel because this is just a recap, right? And this is really a journal for me to be able to look back on and how my trading journey was, and just help y'all see my trading journey. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials at Kai Academy 05. And if you're interested in my entrepreneur/content journey, follow me at Kai Speaks 05, where I post every single day on YouTube, and I post content like twice a week on YouTube, on Instagram and TikTok. So, but I hope you enjoyed this video, man. I hope you make the most out of 2025. Peace.